Many studies have focused on the urban transformation issues. However, it is still unclear of what urban transformation really means. The concept of transition indicates a process of change toward a predetermined and conceived target. Nevertheless, it is not suitable to describe the changes in the cities which are introduced by various and artificial forces like globalization and rural urban migration. Urban transformation in China is deeply embedded in the shift from centrally planned economy to a market economy which has induced great changes in various aspects of urban development. China has experienced centrally planned economy and market economy since 1949. These two economic systems were adopted based on both the domestic and international situations. Before the reform and opening up in 1978, centrally planned economy was adopted by the state, which installed the top-down controls of resources, flows, and distribution. In this system, use and allocation of resources was strictly determined by the central government. Central government collected revenues from local municipalities and reallocated to the localities in terms of the central plans. Consequently, local development was suppressed and limited due to the shortage of revenue and the influence of central plans. Land use in this era, the collective and land ownership and the transfer of land use rights between individuals was prohibited. The price mechanism failed to work since land resources were allocated free of charge by the state according to the central planning. Without a land market, urban land in China presented an inefficient structure. In these years prior to the reform and opening up, French and Hamilton even argued that the absolute state ownership of urban land under central control led to a dramatically different structure of socialist cities. The influence of globalization on China's urban development has gained strength since China joined the World Trade Organization in the 1990s. With the advantages of huge domestic market, a cheap labor force, and favorable policy environment, China has attracted a large amount of foreign investment and served as a world factory. Cities, especially those large cities like Beijing, Tianjin, Shanghai, and Guangzhou, etc., became the first choice for those foreign investment, which take these cities as the base to enter Chinese market. From 1979 to 2000, China's actual usage of foreign capital came to 506 billion US dollars, of which the majority flowed into four coastal provinces: Guangdong, Jiangsu, Fujian, and Shanghai, and most of the rest were in the coastal provinces, Graham and Wada. Foreign invested or Sino-foreign joint enterprises boomed in the manufacturing industries, which have enrolled huge amount of laborers. In consequence, urban development became much export-oriented, which was always categorized as exurbanization and externally driven pattern. This export-oriented urban development pattern is also seen in inland cities of which the economy has tight connection with the global market. In the globalization context, cities in China have experienced intense economic restructuring. According to Lin 2004, urban economic restructuring embeds in the shift of urban functions from being production where increasing household income in cities and villages has generated huge demand for services consumption activities in cities. Besides the substantial demand for finance, training, logistics, and other business related services that are mainly supplied by cities.